show.
Yes, episode 3.
Thrive in the Arena. Everybody, wow, thank you so much for joining us today. We have the honor and the privilege to have one of our amazing friends as a guest, and it's a really heartfelt story because this man is a super successful coach, and we have the privilege to have him today on the show. He's over 11 years trainer and success resources. He has been in close proximity with Harv Eker. Anybody who is in the self-development industry will know him. And he has this massive heart, this heart of making a change and a difference in other people's lives. And he went through this whole coronavirus thing. Crazy. And the story is just so. Thank you, God, for having our friend Ruben well. Thank you for giving him health and time here in life back. And we have this honor to have him here. And yeah, Ruben is an extraordinary speaker, a trainer, and a coach. But first of all, he's an amazing man and human being. He has a heart for transforming other people's lives and adding value in their life. And yeah, Vicky, it's just so it's amazing.
I'm really excited to see him. Yeah, because I heard about his story also from my sister, who knows him better than I do. And then I watched one of his lives, and I heard everything that he's going to be sharing also with us any moment now. That we're going to be bringing him in, and I'm really excited for you guys to hear what he has to share with you. So shall we bring him in?
Yes. Ruben!
Hello there. Hey now, how's it going?
Oh, welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Well, thank God you're well. Thank God.
Yeah, thank you. Oh my goodness, it's such an amazing last 2 weeks. It's an experience like no other.
My friend, can you share a little bit with us and also with our guests who don't know the story? So what happened?
A whole lot. There were so many things that were going on, but the main thing that got me to where I was not taking action, the proper action, because a week prior to me going into emergency, I had this cough and I was feeling sick, and I was like, I got it, I'll take care of it, no big deal. Because I felt I'm healthy, I work out, 6 days a week. Are you still on?
Yeah.
Yes.
Let me see, are you freezing? Are you there?
Yeah, we're here.
Okay, yeah. If it goes back and on, I'll just go on my phone because
gotcha.
Okay. So and I thought I'm okay. I'm healthy. I'll take care of it. I work out. I eat healthy. Bodybuilder, all these things. So I was like eating chicken soup, the lime, all what I knew. I was doing what I knew to fight the normal cold.
Yeah.
But then I started getting fever. Then I started getting a cough. Then it was getting hard to breathe. And then that's when I called the nurse, and she says, well, if fever doesn't go down, come in a couple of days. And it didn't. So then that's when I went into emergency Sunday. And Sunday I went in the afternoon, and they took x-rays, and they said, you have pneumonia now. It went to pneumonia. Oh. So that night I was already on the respirator. And then later they already induced me in a coma that night, because my lungs were collapsing. They were filling up with fluid. So, it's freezing. Let me get on my cell phone. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Guys, bear with us. So bear with us. Technology. Ruben is joining from his phone. So bear with us a minute. Oh, and here he is back.
If it happens one more time, I'm going straight to my phone. Okay.
Okay. Gotcha.
Fine.
Okay. So and then that's when Sunday night I was already induced to a coma, and then they had to put the tube down my throat to allow me to breathe, because I wasn't able to breathe anymore. So I was like that Monday, Tuesday. They were filling me up with antibiotics. I was stable. I wasn't receiving any of the medication. It was going more backwards. So Wednesday they pull out the tube, pump me with more antibiotics, see how I am. Wasn't getting any better, actually getting worse. And earlier in the day, they said I had 40% to make it. Like I was that far. Later that night, they put the tube back in, pumped me up with more antibiotics, and the power of prayer seemed to kick in because it was like things started happening. But before Wednesday night, they told my sister it doesn't look like he's gonna make it through the night.
Oh
They
my
said
God.
he's okay. That's it.
Okay. I think Ruben is joining us from
his
phone.
phone.
So we're gonna make it happen. And I think, yeah, Ruben, you're now in LA, right? You're joining us from
Okay.
Los Angeles.
Okay. You know what? Let me do. Let me see if I can come on here.
Okay.
Let me
Josh.
see.
To check also.
Yeah, Vicky's also checking.
Streaming.
Yeah. Let me see if I can come in. Okay. What about there? Okay. Let me turn this one off.
Okay.
Okay, hey, look, it looks like actually everything was going fine. So possibly, guys, just bear with us a minute until Ruben comes back from his phone.
Yeah.
There he
Okay, are you
is.
there?
Amazing.
Okay, now it's better. Okay, so
If
okay,
you can
what-
turn it
If you can turn it.
one more time.
Other way.
Perfect.
wait, let me see.
Awesome.
Let me unlock my turning thing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
then-
awesome.
Yay.
Okay, I'm having
there?
have a look.
Perfect.
Okay, so now it's
Okay.
a little lower. However,
Okay.
this way. Okay, so now what happened was, where are we at? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. They said I wasn't going to make it through the night.
That's
And
right.
Yeah.
when that happened, it was let me see. Yeah, Wednesday night I wasn't going to make it through the night, and then Thursday had passed, and then Thursday passed, and then they said I started getting better, more stronger. I started receiving it, and that's where a lot of the prayers. Because I was after going back and looking on Facebook, there was like thousands of people praying. It was amazing
Yeah.
to see the response of what was happening.
Yeah.
There was literally thousands of people praying. Are you there?
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
We were praying too. We were
Oh,
we
thank
were yeah, and I know that Yolanda and Mark, our friends, were the same. So yeah, we were some of the people that were praying.
Thank you. Really appreciate it. Really, really appreciate it. I mean, to see the response and to feel the love
Yeah.
was overwhelming. And that's what helped. Let me turn all this, I'm like regrouping here because
Yeah.
Okay, a lot better. Okay, so that happened. And then what went on was the prayers and it was, people were sending Reiki, energy healing,
Yes.
prayers. So there's a lot of arenas that were not only just religions, it was people who had connections
Yeah.
and relationships with God, I feel, were
Wow.
all involved, because pastors, there was priests, everybody. So that Friday I wake up, I come out of the coma because they're inducing me in and out. So I was in a coma since Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday I get out.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't sleep that night, so I was awake all night. And then Saturday is when I started feeling better. Like it was a nightmare. It was crazy, like dreams. It was just weird. I didn't want to close my eyes. I just remember hours, bits and pieces. And then Saturday, they moved me out of quarantine to a regular room because I was by myself. They would come in a helmet and these gloves, and
Oh my
it was
God.
just like I was in a coma, so they had a catheter in. I had no skills, no motor skills whatsoever.
Oh wow.
And Saturday they said, "Oh, okay." They moved me upstairs, and I know the doctor because when I was a mechanic, like in 1996, I used to work on his car. He used to be my primary
Wow.
physician.
Oh my God.
So he went in. He's just like Ruben. After, but he
That's so
says,
cool.
"Man, what's going on?" So, anyways, then I asked him, "Are you there?"
Yes, we are.
Seems to have frozen up.
Yeah.
It's all working.
It's all working.
All working.
It's all working. We hear you perfectly.
Okay, so you're back.
Yeah.
Okay, it seems to be going in and out. So, anyways, they moved me upstairs, and then they took X-rays again when I was right before, and they came back and they said your lungs look good. They're like they're healing up property. And I had sepsis, which is infection in the blood. I didn't know that as well.
Oh, wow.
And that was causing body aches. So I had sepsis, my kidney failure, my lungs were collapsing,
Oh,
and
my
I had the
God.
pneumonia. So they said now my white blood cell count is up as well, which is great. So my defenses are strong. And then that's when they released me Saturday night. I was released
What?
Saturday to go home.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, I'm out of here, because they were like saying, they were saying, well, we don't know because you haven't been standing up for 5 days. So when the nurse left the room, I got up out of bed and I had the IV machine. I had the IV machine, and I was walking with it. So I could. I was walking with this so I could get my balance back.
Yeah.
Let me see. It seems to have frozen again. Okay, here we go.
It's working
So
perfectly.
It's working.
If something is
Oh, it is?
freezing, I
Okay,
think
so
it's
then
on
it's
your
working.
end. Yeah.
Okay, I will continue then. So,
Yeah.
And then that's when I was walking with the machine, and I was doing like squats, and I was like,
Oh, wow. That
I
is
was
so
like,
cool.
I was like, I need to get out of this place, because I was going crazy, because I was like, I'm okay.
That's
And I
awesome.
was like standing up, and I'm like,
Yeah.
trying to tie my shoes. So she comes in, and I was like, hi, nurse. And I said, so when are they going to discharge me? And she's like, well, let me see. I said, come on. I said, I'm okay. She says, well, you look fine. And I said, cool. I said, so let's see what we could do. I said, so I could get released. And then she came in and she spoke to the doctor, which is Sham, and Sham released me. Dr. Sham released me. I went home, and then I'm in quarantine, and my last day is Saturday, and I go see him Monday. And so I'm dormant of the immune to the virus. And what I just learned is I have plasma in my blood now.
Mm-hmm.
And with the plasma in my blood, they could use that. The American Red Cross said they could use that to help others that have the virus.
Oh my God!
Wow.
Bravo!
So
Thank God.
Hugh Nguyen, which is a county clerk recorder here in Orange County, him and his wife got in contact with me, and they're like, "Hey, do you know that you're immune to the virus, and your blood people could use?" And I was like, "Okay." And he says, "Watch." And he goes, "We know how you like to help a lot of people. I don't know if you'll get offended if we send this to you." I said, "No, bring it." I said, "There's a reason why God allowed me to live.
That's
and
right.
To help others. I mean, to share the story, to allow people to know that God is real, power of prayer, and also to help others." Because I said, when all what we help the homeless, we feed, youth detention ministry, we have a ministry to help the people who are challenged. And I said, I think God was using all the currency that I stocked up there from helping others to get me well here. So now I got to stock that account back up with helping others. And so I'll be giving blood as well as soon as I'm released. Do my final checkup with him, and because that's to help others who are going through the virus as well.
Oh my God, that's beautiful.
It's amazing.
That's really amazing.
Things are going on.
Amazing, and oh my God, like the possibility that is behind that, it's really limitless, and it's limitless, and it's so big. I want to ask you about I saw one of your lives on your Facebook, and I loved it so much. It was about a story where you heard something from the Bible, I think, on TV, or you heard something on a channel. Yeah, can you share this with us? Because I was crying on that Facebook live. It was, in my time, it was like I needed to be sleeping, and I was like on my phone, like crying and like wow, and thank you God. And can you share please with us?
Yeah, because when I was Friday I couldn't sleep, and there was this Christian channel on the show, and I'm watching it, and then as the show was ending, there was on the credits, and then it says, hey you, yeah, you. And then I was like, because the speaker for the TV was on.
Yeah.
So the speaker was on a table.
Yeah.
And let me see, I got to come back in. I had a call coming in. And okay. So it was on a table. So I turn around, I was like, hey you, and it says, you think you got your life together, God will help you. And I was like, wow, that was pretty weird.
Wow.
And I think because I was going crazy already.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, that was like, okay, a sign. And I was like, I've watched shows before,
Yeah.
but then I was watching it, and then there was a part on there where a gentleman was saying, yeah, if I have God in my life, why don't I have a job? If I have God in my life, why don't I have a girlfriend? If I have God in my life, why don't I have my family with me? And then he yelled at this guy, the guy who left, and then it was at a restaurant. So when the guy went to pay his bill, the owner said, your debt has been paid. And he says, by who? And then the guy said, by that one Jesus freak you just like ran out. He said, he paid for you.
Wow.
So he says, so in reality, Jesus paid for your debts. And I was like, God, how do I owe you? And he says, you don't. Your debt has been paid. He says, when I sent my son, he says he stretched his arms and said, your debt has been paid because I paid this much for it. And I was just like, wow, just so taken over. Like my debt has been paid, but now um, with what I've done to help, so now I'm focusing, got like re acquainted once again, reconciliación, to reconcile like my relationship back, because I had priorities before this, but
Yeah.
they were more directed in making the money. Because I seen you in London when I did the NLP with Mark and Yolanda, right?
That's
And it
right.
was like traveling London. After that, I went to Florida. After Florida, I went directly to California.
Yeah.
So I was going in and out, all this, making that, got to make money, and all this. And my priorities were shifting to something that was non-serving of who I really am, is a man of God, to help people and to become better than they were before they met me. So it was all about, moving and going. Let's see, we're frozen up again. Okay. It was about moving and going, making the money, making the next deal, not being present. And it distanced me from God. And I realized it's like, after being there and being reacquainted once again, I was like, that's my strength. And I just let everything go. Like, how they say, let go and let God. And it was like going back to the basics, all what I knew.
Wow.
And, the old Jeremiah 30:33, call on me, I will respond. I will show you great and marvelous things you're unaware of. And he's like just saying, call on me. I'm waiting. Are you tired of doing it on your own? Like, I'm calling on you. I was like, this is it. And I feel he wanted to see where I would go.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like when he says, when you are weak, I am strong. I'll never leave you. You leave me. I'm always here.
Wow.
But it's and that's what I realized. And I was like, this is it. God, where else do you want me to go? And not be ashamed, because he says, you shame me, I'll shame you when it's time. And saying, yeah, this is what helped me, and seeing the power of prayer and moving forward, and to see. And then now to get the word out. And when you reached out, I was like, sure, let's make it happen. Because now it's all this information is going to be with your audience in the UK. And then I'm sure the people on Facebook here are going to share as well some of their experiences. And like I said, what better to hear it from someone who's lived it and not just read about it or talk about it. You know how hard you read about it, hear about it, talk about it, but if you're not living it, you don't know it.
That's right.
And when you hear from somebody who's lived it, it saves a lot of energy, non-serving energy when you're searching. But when you go with somebody who's lived it, it saves that.
So true.
So Ruben, I'm wondering actually, while you were going through the whole thing and you were you've had the disease in you, what was going through your head? Did you have any struggles, and how did you overcome them?
Oh, because with the NLP, what I show in NLP, it's like self-talk. What you think about, you bring about. And that's what I share on some of the things. What you focus on expands. So it was like, I'm getting better by the minute. I'm getting better by the minute. So the self-talk was really helpful. The self-talk was helpful. And just focusing on the positive. I was, when I would get into that rut, I was like, man, I can't even get up. Okay, what's the learning here?
Wow.
What's the learning? What are the learnings? Because, when there's problems or challenges, it's like, 20% is what it is. 80% is solution.
Oh, wow.
So it's so now I focus everything on, oh, look at what was me, and not victim mode, and saying, okay, living at cause, because cause and effect, living at cause is saying, this is happening to me. What steps am I taking to get away from this? If it's not healthy. So now I reassessed my life, readjusted the priorities, and understand that it was a reset. Like I said, it was like a reset. You're putting gas in order for it to start again, it needs to be at zeros. And I feel God said I need to take everything from him to keep him at zeros,
Wow.
and see where he goes, and then give him the tools to use of what he doesn't know already and apply them. But it
Wow.
was a lot of the self-talk as well, and the NLP is presupposing, like even with the nurses, I was like, so when are you gonna release me? And I was like, so what the doctor say? He said some good stuff, right? And I was just like presupposing, dropping and embedding commands. I was like NLPing them, and it was just like when she said, "You're getting released," and I was like, "This stuff works." I was
Ruben.
selling my health. I was selling my health.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. What would you say to a person who doesn't know what NLP is, and how can they use a simple reframing of the mind in this situation? Because if the voice is louder than what the heart wants, how can they make a shift in difficult times, like in a crisis, or even if people are going right now during being infected?
It's the self-talk, positive self-talk.
Okay.
And here, listen, what you think about, you bring about. Where your mind goes, energy flows. Okay? What you focus on expands. So what you're focusing on, you're attracting more of. So we all have the ability to choose positive or negative.
Yeah.
And if one wants to feel negative, well, then you continue that. If one wants positive, then you continue that mindset. It really boils down to basic fundamentals. What am I thinking about? Because I'm attracting more of that.
Wow.
And that's what it comes down to. And because and this is another thing, I think I'm gonna start coaching. There's this one of the the MMI people, Millionaire Mind Intensive. She reached out and said, my cousin is in the hospital now. She's like been there 5 days. She's in quarantine. Could you talk with her? So give me her phone number. So I call her and she's like, I'm not going to get out of here. I'm not getting any better. I said, well, thinking like that, you won't. And then she's like, what? And I told her my story. I earned the right. Told her my story. And I said, I had to think I'm getting better by the minute, because the more I thought I'm not getting better, I wasn't, because I'm telling myself that. And she's like, oh my God. And I said, right now, and then you have no taste buds. You have no taste in your taste buds. And I said, I bet you the food sucks, huh? And she's like, yeah, it does. I can't even taste it. I said, there you go. I was right there where you're at. So I was earning the right once again. And then just saying to her, think positive stuff, and everything will start happening. But then after, her cousin calls me, and her cousin's like, oh my God, what did you tell her? She's like totally different now. She's going to start journaling. She's going to write down on her journal, like, getting better by the minute. And I was like, share my experiences. And it's the simple shift. And this is in life as well. Like right now, people are uncertain. People are fearful. They don't know about the virus. They don't know about jobs. They don't know what's going on. This is not like citywide, statewide. This is worldwide fear.
Yeah.
And understanding, Jesus says, oh, ye of little faith. It's like, where's one's faith? And that's what I shared. It's easier to tell somebody telling you than like I have to walk by faith, because it's like, oh, now I got to do it and not just tell people what to do. And it was like walking and saying, because when he said at the night they're going to put the tube in, he says, well, we got to put the tube in. And I was like, well, what are my options? And he says, you have no options. And I said, okay, well, let's do it. And it wasn't out of let's do it, the ego. It was let's do it because I know God will just take care of everything. It just, so your will be done. And that means because
Saturday I was released, and then now it's going to be 2 weeks this weekend, and
Yeah.
I am free. It's like I'm freaking going crazy in this house, man. It's like, but I did like three lives yesterday, 2 the week before, and I got 3 more this week, and then I got 2. We're going to do the Warrior one and 2 Warriors, and
Oh, we love the Warrior.
so
We
it's
love
cool.
the Warrior. We
We
love
love the
Success
Warrior.
Resources.
Oh yeah, I got my Warrior thing, and even being able to deliver that camp, be one of the trainers at giving Warrior camps, because I do one of the trainers for Success Resources, right?
Yes.
And then I did my MMI. I led the first MMI last year, and then I did all their NLP. I did P coaching. They're online, so I'm their trainer in NLP, and then also, being co-trainer at some events, and then being one of the trainers at the Warrior when. It was Margene, and then Rob was there, and then a lot with Doug Nelson. He's helped out a great deal. I mean, to feel this, and Melanie, they reached out. A lot of people reached out. Mark, Yolanda, a lot of people reached out, and like Michael Stevenson, he's like a lot of people were helping, and just to hear the results and the support.
Yeah.
And if I share for people to get educated and watching 2 videos of the virus, Google it. Comes in all languages, and get up on it, because you catch it from any. One could get it or one could get it from a water bottle, or it's getting educated on it. That's when they said, "Where did you get it? Did you get it from the gym? Where did you get it?" And I said,
Yeah.
"I don't know."
Ruben, I think
Ruben?
you're breaking up right now. So can you close the camera again and
jump in?
Jump in again.
Okay.
Okay.
Just do like a reset.
Guys, bear with us 1 second. Ruben is refreshing his feed, and we're bringing him on in just a minute.
Wow.
What a story, sister.
This is amazing. Seriously.
Wow.
I'm so happy that he's healthy right now.
Yes.
It's incredible story.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't believe how he became healthy again.
And he's such a wise leader.
Yeah.
That, I mean, wow, especially right now in this season, everything that Ruben is sharing is giving so much value. Hey, welcome back. So you were sharing about people need to educate themselves, and to educate themselves about the virus. That's just what you were.
Yeah, like on YouTube, Google it, watch the videos, because it's like you don't know where you could catch it.
Yeah.
That's where they're asking me, where did you get it? And I was like, I can't pinpoint it. I can't say, it was at the gym. I didn't do any traveling this year because I wanted to stay closer, because my disabled brother, I'm taking care of him. Yeah. And so all the events, I did an MMI in LA, so everything was local. So it's like, can't be there. It takes, I think, 14 days for it to incubate. So I don't know where I got it. So the thing is to just protect yourself, wear the mask, get your immune system up. That's what the doctor said. Get your immune system up. Your auto defenses, get those going. And it'll help fight. It's all taking preventative maintenance from getting the virus. That's what it comes down to, is what is one doing? Because many people don't know about it, which is understandable. However, being a survivor, I know that when the doctor says you need to strengthen your immune system by eating more vegetables, more berries, because it's 6% of the people already have the virus. Okay. Yeah. There's another 30% that'll show symptoms.
Okay.
That'll show the cough. And then he says, and then out of those, there's 4% that'll get to where you're at. He says, because either they've waited too long and had pneumonia and they have defenses are low, they have immune system, meaning high stress, meaning fear, worry creates high stress, which is low immune system, or they had pre-existing asthma, or their age. They're already, along in age, up there in age, which their defense system's down. So he says that's how the numbers come out. So 60% already have it, Right.
Mm.
And now it's just seeing, how that breaks down. And, because people are like, oh my God, you got the virus. And so a lot of people already have it doing to prevent them from being more available to receive it, which is your defense system's up. So,
wow.
Yeah, when the doctor told me that, when I was sharing earlier about you were asking, what am I doing? And there's the drink Monavie, and I've known it since 2007. And
I don't know what it is.
It's the Monavie. It's this stuff. Where am I at?
Cool. It looks
Monavie.
like
I'll
wine.
give you a link right now where to get it. Monavie.
Monavie. Okay.
But and then
We're gonna share this with you
Monavie,
guys.
and here's the link. And share. StanJ1.com.
Cool.
StanJ1.com. Okay.
StanJ1.com.
Okay. Let us post
it
this.
has StanJ1, and then I did research, and then it has it repairs and eliminates the oxidative stress, and it has polyphenols, which are in the berries, and then it has 750 milligrams of liquid glucosamine that is and all of this is organic. And
Wow.
all of this is organic, and those of fighting that, because here is everybody has things going on.
Yeah.
Now the doctor said, and I was like, you got to go to the store, get frozen fruit, berries. So this with 2 ounces is like 15 servings of fruits and vegetables.
50.
So I do 2 ounces in the morning, 2 ounces in the afternoon.
Amazing.
Yeah, and that's the part where, and it's like $35 a bottle, $30 a bottle. I think it comes in a case of 4. Go on the link, and people are like, "That's a lot right now." I said, "Depends where you're at." I mean, for me, when I was laying on my deathbed, $35 is nothing. It's like, if the doctor's gonna tell me do this, it was like whatever, $1 a day, a little over $1 a day is like, well, that's like Starbucks or whatever. It's like, I'm sharing information. And people may, receive it or reject it. But this is where I share. I will give people tools that physically and emotionally and spiritually. That's how I am. And if I could give that and say, you know what, this is helping me. Now I know about it on a personal level because I could feel it. And to be able to be this alive, this aware after, giving 0% to live is pretty amazing. So the power of God, and God gives us the tools to use. He just says, what do you do? I've given you. This is part of giving.
Can you say this again? Because it's one of my favorite. Please, okay, if you can share this again, I love it.
Which one? Share which one?
The last piece, it was broken. We didn't hear you.
I don't even remember what I said.
When God asked us, what are you doing with the gifts I've given you? Something like that.
So this is my gift back to God, because it's going to be like, what are you doing with the gifts I've given you? He'll give us the tools. He'll say, what are you doing? Because at the end of the day, it's going to be like, when it's time to meet him, this is me. He's going to say, I'm glad you did with the gifts I've given you. Come in, my faithful servant. I have a mansion waiting. And I mean, we can't take anything with us.
No.
But what we can take is the fulfillment of knowing I did everything I could. And there was a coach that played, said, leave it on the mat. And it was leave it on the mat means it was a wrestler, and it was a lady wrestler. And she goes, leave it on the mat. And then he comes by, what does that mean? And he says, leave everything on the mat, because there's nothing you can do here. We're all going to do our, I could have did better, different, or more. But we do all we can with the time we're given, everything here. This is it. That's why I'm so open and speaking about how God helped me. People don't get it, then okay. I'm not here to offend. I'm here to share and inform. And that's what it comes down to.
That's so beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing. And
your turn. I'm just kidding. You're frozen. This connection, because I don't know if it's the router or because of the connection in London. I don't know, but it should be.
we can hear you.
We can hear you fine,
on our end,
Okay, here
it's
you go.
good.
You're spinning back on.
Guys, let us also know, like on Facebook, we're streaming right now live. If everything is okay, let us know. If you have any questions, please feel free to type them in the comments and also share. I wanted to ask you. So you said in the beginning that you were looking into your priorities, and that prior to the virus, the priorities were not in alignment. So what would you say to a person right now that feels that everything is it's breaking down, especially financially? A lot of people have uncertainty and worry, and if something like this hits them or hit us, what can we do right now in terms of having healthy priorities and living a life right now, with a better outcome? What can we do right now?
What I would recommend is writing down, and that's why I say a values list of what's valuable to you right now.
Yeah, nice.
What's valuable to you right now, a values list, and of 10 things that are valuable to you. I mean, is it, you know, is it money? Is it love? Is it validation? Is it significance? Is it spirituality? Is it connection with God? What are your values right now? And out of those 10 values, get the top 5.
Wow.
And see how you're living, because our values, what's valuable to us are our drivers. They're the ones that get us up early in the morning, like today, and keep us late up at night, like you guys do. So because what you're doing is valuable to you, you're passionate about it.
That's right.
So when you look at outside of yourself and you see it on paper, then you're like, oh my gosh, money was my priority when spirituality should have been, you know. So now you could see it. You dissociate from here because you only could pack this with so much information. Now you get it out of here, you put it here. Now you could discern it with more time, with more, because when emotions are high, intelligence is low. When you're emotional, you're not really thinking, you're reacting.
Cool.
When when your emotions are low, your intelligence is higher, because now you can step back, think and process before one reacts.
Wow.
So emotions high, intelligence low.
Wow.
Emotions low, intelligence high. So now your intelligence is high, meaning you have everything. Now you can step back and discern it. So that's the part. And then figure out what your priorities are. And I realized it was money. You know, it wasn't there were, because we all have priorities. We all have values and drivers. It's just seeing what they are. And I just noticed it, and I was like, wow. And I didn't realize it because everyday life.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Because after, like, even in London, when we seen you, we did the interview in the night.
That's
and
right.
That morning I left. I stayed. Then I left, and then that's when I went straight from there to Orlando at another 2-day event. And then after that, and I had just did an MMI the following. Like, it was crazy. Then I had my own event. And then it was just, I had 4 events in that May when we did the, when you were there at the NLP thing, Mark and Yolanda. So it was just
in London. Yeah, with Mark and Yolanda.
So the immune system was down, and because I was working out, I was eating healthy, but inside and spiritually, it was not healthy. So that's what I could share. And to plug into your program, like I shared earlier, is like, you have this every Wednesday, this pro value. Now, we're about to done it and providing value, that saves you time.
That's right.
That saves you money because you're getting information for free. And you get to see both of you, your smiling faces, like, oh my
God. Thank you. Thank you so much, Ruben. Thank you so much. I think what I'm present to, I completely can relate to so many things that you're sharing right now. And guys, if you're watching right now, I want you to, if you joined right now, I want you to go back, take a notepad and like something to write and get out of this Facebook Live today, of this show today, all the valuable information that Ruben is sharing with us, because in his wisdom, there are a lot of blueprints and strategies that you can actually implement right now in your life, and it's all about that. I'm interested to know, like, so you saw that you had not an alignment in your priorities. I want to know what you changed. I want to know, what did you put in place right now? Ruben, do you like to, let's do this. Let's reconnect again.
Can you hear us? First of all?
Okay, now. Yeah,
Okay.
now I can hear you. Yeah.
Brilliant. Did you hear my question?
No, go.
Okay, gotcha. So I want to know, when you looked at your priorities and you saw that they were not in alignment, what did you put in place? So how did you shift right now, and what are your priorities right now?
Right now is to contribute. Is to contribute. God, my spirituality. Again, contribution, spirituality, finances. Once again, I'm a business entrepreneur.
Yeah.
That's high on the list. It was regaining family once again, because I take care of my brother.
Yeah.
So it just shifted from that to money was the top. Money was that and significance, because I'm the stage and I'm doing this, and the ego was the one that got me on that bed, because I didn't take care of what I needed to do and go get help from the doctor. I thought I knew everything. And when I thought that way, those were the results. So now I understand that my way is not always this way. And that understanding is what my past success was my biggest liability last week. Because I thought of everything. I thought I could handle it. Didn't want to act because of my ego and my pride.
Yeah.
And God says, humble yourself, I will exalt yourself, I will humble you. And he humbled me big time last week.
Wow. Thank you so much, Ruben, for sharing your story and your wisdom with us and with our friends. We honor and love you.
Yeah. And guys, let us know what it is that you're getting out of this.
You're welcome. And if anybody has any questions, guys, we have Ruben live on now. Feel free to comment in the chats. If you see this on a replay, #replay, and still keep asking questions, we're here to serve you. So we're definitely going to come back to this chat and help you in any way possible. So let's see.
Are you there?
Yes, we are. We are looking if anybody has questions. Let us know. How do you feel, guys?
Can you still hear us, Ruben?
So let's see.
Are you there?
Yes, we are.
Okay, go ahead.
If anybody has. Good.
Okay, guys, thank you for joining in. Ruben, thank you so much for your story. We love you. And
thank you. Love all well.
Love you lots. Thank you so much for being with us. Bye.
You're welcome.